Okay, guys, we are live. Choke myself here. So we're going to start off with some leg presses. And then we're going to work our way to some front squats. And I think that will be the end of it. Oh. Yes, I'm choking. Just a joke. If you're a tall person, you have no trouble with this. But because I'm a little short guy, yeah, stretch my legs a little bit there. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Listen to the cracking in my knees. My left knee today is kind of bothering me a lot. Right where the incision is, that's where I'm feeling a lot of tension today. I've been debating whether I do legs or not today. But I try to do some stretches to get it going. But I think it's because when I was at work yesterday, I had to go on my knees a lot to do some things. And I think usually when I'm on my knees lifting up things, I usually put like a cardboard or something right under my kneecap, because right about where I kneel down, where the knee touches the surface, that's exactly where the incision is, where they stitched everything back. So I think yesterday I put too much pressure on the left side when I was on my knees. So today is kind of like fatigue and bothering me a lot. So I was debating whether or not to do this workout, but I am already doing it, so I gotta continue. So this is where you grab the resistance band, right on the sides and here on the band. And this is where you control your resistance. Whether you want a lot or less, you control it from here. I had my bandage over my knees for a few minutes there, but it feels like it was choking my knees and my knees wasn't breathing. That's what it felt like. So I just slip it off, have it hanging in the bottom here. So when I go a bit heavier, then I'll pull it back up. But like I said to you guys before, when you have injury late in your life, it's the hardest thing. The recovery period is not the same as someone when they're young. So I advise you guys, strengthen everything you can strengthen as you're young, because when you get older, recovery time, it's no joke, man. It takes a lot longer. So the same as if you're at the gym using the machine to do the leg presses, you're using your heels to push. Not this part of your feet. Right on the bottom there, you're using to push. And you get the same results. It's not a heavy duty leg press machine, but it's good enough to use at home. I'm gonna do 2 more sets of these, and then I'm gonna switch to the heavier bend. Wow. So you see how I have it around my neck? That's the way you do it. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Oh. So if you ever design something like this, guys, make sure that the clamps is very tight to the wood. Make sure it is. Because as you can see, it's a clamp that's actually preventing the band from coming off. And make sure the band is in good condition. So those are the 2 most important things there. You can probably get a board that is probably the size of your foot. And your feet just sticking out. You can get a board like that. I haven't tried that, but I'm sure it's probably much better. But this is what I have, so this is what I use. So. Okay, I want a little bit more resistance this time. Someone might ask a question like this: why don't you put it over your shoulders? Because the band will slide off the shoulders. If you put it over the shoulders, it will slide off. Why don't you attach the band to something behind you? Well, if you did that, whatever you attach the band to, it better be strong. Because if it's not strong, then you'll find out. And then when you get in that position, you have to be able to control that band at the same time. I tried those things already. This is why I'm saying it to you right now. The band, you have to have control over the band when you're pushing. You have to. You need to. Because you can determine how much resistance you get, right? I'm sure there's an engineer out there that can design something like this, similar anyways, that can be maybe way better than I've done. But I'm not an engineer, so that's the difference. And I don't have all the equipment to be trying to weld something together. I don't have all that stuff. So we're going to try to get a couple of sets with this one. And as you can see, this band is much wider. So my foot, the position will be a little, not the same as the, see, it goes like that. So once I put my feet in here, it will keep it in line. So you pull the band over to the side like that, making sure that it's got enough that your foot can get in there, like right there. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah. Drop on my back. My reps decreased. I can't get 20 anymore, or 15. These heavy duty bands, I bought them when they cost around, I think it was probably around $39 for one band. And I was actually, because I was about to travel to Japan, I wanted some heavier bands to train with. So I went online and I started checking all the different companies out. Who makes the much strongest band and the widest band that can give me the best resistance to do squats. And then I stumbled on this just actually popped up there on the screen. And I'm going, I guess, okay, what's the price? I go, whoa, one band? I need about 2 of them. But it's worth the investment. Because if I couldn't get heavier bands, then I'm forced to use 3 or 4 smaller bands, which I've done before, but it's like a pain in the ass to like use all those different bands all together. So I thought just getting 2, 1 for each side is good enough. Yeah. The only pain in the ass is the setup. Getting ready to do the sets, because you got to make sure everything's in place. If you're at the gym, it's quite different, right? So this is why I wear the rubber gloves, because you have to grab the bands like this. If your sweaty hands is grabbing these bands like this, your hands is bound to slip in it. Hot. Put this over here. because even my hands and the gloves are sweaty. So imagine my bare hands touching the band, what will happen? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna do some front squats. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the board and I'll put it under the mat, because my band has to touch the surface of the wood if it was just the wood by itself. And I don't trust the surface of the wood. So since the mat is over the wood, it's actually better because the band is protected. And I don't have to worry about the band getting the wood piece of it going into the band and cutting the band. So I don't have to worry about that. So for the first set of front squat, I want to show you guys this version. Is it going to be enough? See? No. Another loop. Let's see if this is going to be enough. It just feels like, and I'm gonna have to put my socks on. Everything is sticky. See? Is this okay? Need another loop. And I'm gonna put my socks on because my feet is kind of sweaty and it's sticking to the mat. I don't want any kind of anything in my way. I still have my bandage here just in case I need to pull over my knees, but I don't think I need this yet. I have one on my right knees right now, so. Okay, here we go. So what I do, I put the band between the legs like that because it's just one band I'm using. And I'm already in a squat position, so it's just a matter of just going up and coming back down. Shit is burning. Oh, felt that. So that was the first set. Whew. You can actually do this with just body weight too, if you choose to. You can practice this with just your body weight first and then go for it like this. How many loops I put in this? So we add another band. You know what? I don't remember exactly how many loops I have here. I'm going to take it off and start over. This is very important. I can't screw up here like that. I have to make sure it's even on both sides. Okay. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's see. So with this now, you just have to put, you're not using one band for both feet. It feels kind of weird already, like it needs to, see? No, I think I need another one. See, from the bottom position is very important because that's where you're going to be going up from. It's not like when you're at the gym, you rest the bar on top of a bar, of the bar, of the rack, and then you're coming down from up here. But in this case, you're from the bottom and you're going up. So the resistance has to be correct from this point. Yes, that's it. And you see right here, this is where your slack is gone. And then you come here, right here. That's the important part. Yeah, the quads is overly pumped right now. So we do one more set, and then we go up to the other bands. I want to say this to you guys. Every time I work my legs, I get scared. Every time. And I'll tell you, this is since my accident. And the reason why, because mentally, there's a lot of things going on. Any little thing I feel in my knees, it starts to trouble me. As much as you might be seeing me doing this, there's a mental side to it that I just cannot seem to break. Although I go to the doctor, they check it, they said everything is okay, it's fine, you can work out. Just because of, it was very traumatizing when the accident happened. Like I told you guys before, I went into a cold sweat, water was gushing down from my head. I didn't know what was even going on. I was so confused. And the recovery part, the pain on the second day after surgery, 2 days later, was a nightmare for me. So when I'm going down the stairs, I feel nervous. When I'm going up the stairs, I feel nervous. When I'm going down a slope, I feel nervous. So even right now I'm doing my leg workout, trust me, the nerves are just going like crazy. This is why I'm sweating so much. Because it's a very stressful thing for me to work my legs. Ah. The board is moving. I can see it. Just imagine if I was at the gym lifting the iron. Probably more worse. My mindset to do much worse. I remember when I was at the gym working out before I started training with bands like this. This was like the last time I was in the gym was January the 27th, I think it was, 2019. That was the last time I stepped into the gym. And soon after, you know what happened. All gyms were closed up and can't go anywhere. And when that happened, before that I was struggling with leg presses at the gym with a machine, with even just the machine without the weight stacked in it, was it very difficult for me to press. Even the base alone felt too heavy. I had a lot of difficult time in the gym to actually do the exercises because I was always so nervous when it comes to working my legs. And I had to figure a way I can overcome all of that. If you notice, the one exercise I don't do is leg extension. I actually should demonstrate to you guys before, I think, leg extension. But that's an exercise I'm not supposed to be doing at all. Because for the type of injury I have, leg extension is the worst thing you can do. Everything else is okay, but leg extension is the worst thing. So I don't do it. And I actually was worried about not doing it because I'm thinking, if I cannot do leg extension, how am I supposed to carve up my legs? That was my trouble. How am I supposed to get those nice lines in the legs? And I was really worried about that. But there's other ways to do it. Just increase the reps of your squats, all your squatting exercises, and that's how you do it. Just do higher repetitions. Okay, this is gonna be harder now. Yeah, it is harder. Oh, gosh. That's why I got the heavier band, why I was researching to get a heavier ones. Because you need something heavy at the same time. I don't have iron, so I have to get the bands heavier. And by putting loops around the bands like that, I can actually do more, get more out of it. And again, if you're a taller person, you don't need to put loops around the band. You can just use the bands as it is. But short guys, I'm only 5'7.5". My sweat is all over the bands right now. My quads are shaking. I need to get another band for the next exercise. Excuse me, guys. My quads feels like it's gonna explode. Ah. This is a company. Can you guys see it? So it'll be like this. See? And they don't pay me, so I'm just giving them some free advertisement. That's the only company I find with bands like this kind of size. And I don't think a lot of people buy those bands. Maybe someone who is looking for heavy duty training might buy it. So if you're setting up yourself a home gym and you want to use resistance bands, you can actually invest into some bands that size. So I'm gonna keep the board under here so I can do this. It's the night actually before I came on live, I actually thought about doing this, about throwing the mat over it. So I think I'm gonna do this more often because it can protect my bands. So we're gonna do some glutes. I need to slide the band, that board a little bit over more because my tools has to be elevated. Yeah. So I didn't have to use my knee supporters, only in the right knees I used it. The left knees I left it completely exposed to fix my mind mentally. Okay. For those who is curious about this exercise, it works the glutes. Catches a bit of the hamstring, depends on how you're doing it. And you can also get a lower back. It all depends how you're doing it. Because you have to be steps by step. if you can just do it and just focus just on the glutes alone. But if you try to focus on all three, you know exactly where to do the contraction. But I use it mostly for my glutes and hamstring area. I can also do these for hamstring. Let me show you guys a set. If I only want to focus there. You have choices. Okay. And when you come to this point, that's where you squeeze your glutes. Usually I walk a lot too, guys. To get the lines in my quads, I do a lot of walking. Now the phone is all the way down to the floor. Stretch your knees out a little bit. Give it a good stretch on the quads. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. I gotta come all the way down here. Thank you guys for watching my live. Watch me using a board and a heavy duty clamp to send me in outer space. It works, doesn't it? As you guys can see, it actually works. So anyways, guys, thank you for your support. And on TikTok, thank you for all the gifts. And YouTube, a lot of viewers there. Thank you guys again. And you can join me in the next workout. I'm Hody here.